Okay. Okay. What background colour we're going to give this one? It's a tough one. It's hard to tell from there. I'm going brown. Brown seems to work better on my old machine, my old C353 instead of this. This brown doesn't have quite the same ready richness that it has when you set it with this. It's not as good, this machine, from what I can tell. Usually with machines you don't see hardly any difference between series and models. They're always pretty much the same, but this machine has exhibited at least a couple of different properties that the old machines didn't have, or at least not as obvious, even though the features are quite close to identical to the older style machines. So it's funny how it works like that. It's a funny machine that Konica Minolta has made. Or the other machine in the same series is the 287. This is the smaller one, the 227. So this is nice and glossy, so it should come up a treat. So we just see yep, I think I've got the enlargement set correctly. Let's see how this goes. Let's see if the brown brings it up or whether it becomes a bit of a yuck. But it's not as nice as the C353's brown. And I think the C280, another BizHub copier, was also good with the brown, if I remember correctly. But I don't know if I actually used the brown on that machine. I know I used the brown a lot on my old C353 and on this newer model. This machine's virtually brand new. I've only had it for just under 3 weeks. So yeah, so it's interesting to discover it anyway. Another thing I discovered about it also, I think it's called speckling, this sort of effect, which I get. I didn't get that with the old C353 or the C280. So this is a new, you could call it a spontaneous, you could call it something that is unintended. A lot of, as I said in a previous demo, that some photocopier artists, especially the ones that go back to the 80s, for example, find the new technology quite alienating and unspontaneous. But I found this machine has yielded some spontaneous results, such as that speckling effect. It does indeed have a feature on it called despeckle, which I should test at some stage and see if it actually lives up to what it's intended to do. But I think we've got it all set there. So yeah, it might be interesting to see if I can try out despeckle and make a comparison and see if it really is speckling that is happening with the image, because it's not on the original and it's happened so many times. I don't know what causes it. It's just one of those digital things that happens, but it does make it a lot more interesting, and I think we've got a really nice result with the red. That looks really good. I'm wondering if I'm going to try and see if I can find the despeckle feature and try and see what that does. So we've got to find despeckle, if I can find it, that is, if it's here. It's not easy to find shit on this bloody dumbass interface. I've got a gut feeling it's somewhere else. Copy security, we don't want that. If I can find, there is a feature which you can look for it, but I can't find the despeckle. I don't know where the despeckle is on this fuck up. Look at this. I've seen it. I've bumped into it occasionally, but it doesn't seem to be here. I don't know where it is. Despeckle. Fuck. Okay, let's have a look. I don't know whether I can be bothered, but I'll just go for a function search. Try that. Despeckle. So this should hopefully despec. I just made a mistake, so we're just going to speckle. Doesn't say search results, so alright. Case sensitive off, ambiguous search off, despeckle. So it doesn't look like we're finding it. Despeckle mode. Fuck it. And it should be able to find it. Like, it should be there, but it's not. Oh, fuck me dead. I have seen the despeckle on this fucker. I have seen the despeckle. It is in here. Somewhere in here. It is in here. Despeckle is in here. But I just can't fucking find it. So, I'll just have a quick look. No, it's not there. It's not there. So the despeckle, I don't understand. What's so fucking... whatever. I'll probably run into it later. We won't worry about the despeckle, but fuck you, Konica Minolta, and your money fuckers. You're a bunch of dicks. Fuck off. Fucking make your machines better, or else you're going to lose your customers.